To a Skylark by B. Shelly. Explanation by Dr.Joghee Senthilkumar, Assistant Professor of English, Gambella University, Ethiopia. Hail to thee, Belith Spirit, bad thou never wert, that from heaven or near it pourest thy full heart in profuse strains of unpremeditated art. The speaker passionately calls out to a skylark, prizing it as a joyous spirit. That means, hail to thee, bellied spirit. It came from heaven. There is a heavenly spirit. That bellied spirit, it talks about divinely spirit. That the speaker goes on to explain that the skylark was never really a bird. Rather, the skylark is a creature from heaven, or at least near heaven, and from there the skylark spontaneously pours out its emotions in plentiful, artful strings of musical notes. So it talks about that from heaven or near it pourest thy full heart, or in profuse strains of unpremeditated art. The songs of the skylark, which is magnificently defined by unpremeditated art, that it profusely, the skylark spontaneously pours out its emotions, it plentiful, artful strings of musical notes. The second stanza, it talks about higher still and higher. From the earth thou springest like a cloud of fire. The blue deep thou wingest, and singing still dost soar, or soaring ever singest. It is higher and higher. It flies above the sky. It flies above the clouds. It flies above the stars, and it flies deep into the deep blue sky. And it's singing still does soar, and singing ever singest. The bird continues to soar, rising higher and higher from the earth, which remains the speaker of billowing flames. The bird glides through the vast blue sky, flying as it sings and sings as it flies. The third stanza, it talks about in the golden lightening of the sunken sun, O air, which clouds are brightening, though those float and run like an unbodied joy whose race is just begun. So it talks about the third stanza. It gives you the clue of the golden lightning, that we cannot identify the golden lightning in the daylight, the skylark, because it is something like glittering, and it is something like a golden lightning of the sunken sun, which here clouds are brightening, though dust float or run. We cannot make an identification in the deep sky. The bird drifts about glimmering sky as if it is disembodied from the happiness, only just beginning a race. So it is something like unbodied joy, that which it gives you, that it talks about the unbodied joy, or unbridled joy, or unadulterated joy, which is concerning towards unpremeditated art, that it is transcendental, that it is metaphysical, that it is beyond physical attraction. The speaker deems the skylark song as bright and piercing in the moonbeams, whose powerful glows is dimmed by the bright white of the morning sky. Although its light is difficult to mask out, the speaker knows people still perceive that it is present. So here it talks about the faint purple evening marks the way of skylark flight, dissolving around it and enveloping the bird, that it is something like a golden lightning of the sunken light, which you cannot identify the skylark. It above the clouds, it passes through the stars, and it intrudes into the deep blue sky. We cannot identify the skylark. The first stanza and the second stanza and the third stanza, it's just to say about the belly spirit is called the heavenly spirit, the unadulterated joy, the unbodied joy, and we call it as the unbridled joy, that it gives from the heavenly joy, and the bird which is from heavenly side line and the song of the bird skylark, which is premeditated art. We can realize, we can cherish, we can one with the song of the skylark, which it gives you heavenly joy, which is gives you divinely voice, which it connects you to the super soul, that is to a skylark.